We are here live in Dearborn, Michigan at the Henry Ford Museum with Twinsthenewtrend. Hi, I'm Billy Lawrence. This is one of the most exciting outings so far with Twinsthenewtrend. They haven't seen anything here. Their first visit together in Detroit, the Detroit area. This is a historical facility with all kinds of vehicles, all kinds of articles and artifacts from days gone by. And we're going to see what their reaction is to some of the things that they've never seen before.
Being Detroit, getting it in at the museum. Whoa. Oh.
President Obama gave a speech right under that airplane. There's pictures of him on the White House website.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
That's the gun you had killing?
The second one is the Kennedy car.
Whoa.
But it's the real one. The real one.
Look at his wing. Turn. Feels good in here.
It really do.
I've never seen a train in your life. You're about to see a train.
Is it a train?
A train?
Big trains. The biggest train in the world, the Allegheny.
What?
This was the car that Reagan was in when he got shot. He was getting into this car when he was shot by John Hinckley in 1981. This is a bulletproof. Heston Eisenhower. Yeah, what happened was the bullet hit the car and ricocheted and went into his lung.
Wow.
This here is for the Secret Service to stand on and hold back so you can see how they would hang on to the car.
That's used for what?
The Secret Service would hold on to it. They would stand on it and hold it.
Oh, they'll hold it?
Yeah. Picture of it in use.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, it's like a big parade thing. It's like this.
See the sunroof up there? The moon roof opens up so they can get out of it. That's Ronald Reagan and his wife. He was just elected. That was when he's being inaugurated. 3 months later, he was shot at getting into this car. He lived. He survived, obviously. This is the Kennedy car.
Kennedy? Okay.
Yeah.
Kennedy, 1961.
Wife was sitting there. Kennedy was here. His wife was on the other side.
Oh, because it's convertible.
Right, the top comes off. They had it open.
Yeah, why they had it open? Because it's conspiracy, I told you. So you mean to tell me he was sitting in that back seat?
Yes, sir.
They had one of them snipers like off the movies, you know, they be like, yeah, give me the sign. He be like, I got the target, give me the sign.
Conspiracy theorists.
They be far away, bro. Like, they be so
It's a thick window.
Look. Now you see that car right there, the Cadillac.
He was standing up when they sniped him.
No, that was a different trip. He's in another country there. You see that Cadillac there?
Something fishy.
Now, if you look at it, you see that picture. That's a different trip. But look over here. This is the same car. So the airplanes, you know, the military aircraft take the car everywhere the president goes.
Yeah.
There's two of them just alike. They always go. Right. This is the.
He was killed in Washington, right?
No, Dallas, Texas.
Kennedy? In Dallas?
Yeah. In Dealey Plaza.
Oh, it makes sense. You know. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, so why is the cars in Detroit then? Why everything in Detroit?
Yeah, how y'all get it? Because Henry
They made them here. They made all the cars here. Detroit makes
now
all the cars.
that's dope.
Yeah, it's dope, yeah.
All right, you get a pass. That was good.
He turned his museum basically
You got
into like all the
grandparents?
cars that people got. All the
If you take your picture in front of that car and your grandparents see it, they're gonna be like, for real, like older people know where they were when it happened. Like they remember, like, oh, I was at the grocery store, or I was at the furniture store.
Yeah, me, I was in the shower. I heard it on the radio.
He said I was in the shower.
Disbelief.
I fell out the shower.
I got that scar on my head.
Dang, I forgot. I don't got no, we don't got no more grandparents.
I'm like, yo, I didn't know y'all was car filled. Oh, that's a dope picture there, dog.
Outside the White House.
We coming back.
Dang, we didn't even tell that grandparents.
This is a 1950
bet.
Cadillac bubble top.
That car, not it.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, that's the bubble top.
Yeah, Fred like that. Back to the Future, Jimmy Neutron's van. What is this, a Lincoln?
So it would raise up inside so it would look like he was standing up because the general public didn't know that he was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He kept it a secret for a long, long time. He didn't want people to think he was weak.
Okay.
Dang, that's crazy. It's a lot of knowledge.
So you see that windshield right here, it's up so you can stand up in the back. And the wind would-
This one?
Yeah. So the wind would hit
Oh, the
your face.
wheel would hit your
Yeah,
face.
the president would wave, do everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Rolls Royce.
That's a race. That's the one they sold me. See, back in my day, it was different.
You said what?
So this was used by Eisenhower, by Kennedy, by Johnson, and some other presidents. Four different presidents used it because they're so expensive to make. The cost back then, like right now, they're $1.5 million just to make the president's car. And the equivalent of that back then was tremendous. And they were, they had just come out of a depression, so I mean, they made them last. You had to use that car for as long as they could. If you see there, you see some of the photos. Wow. But this car is they call it the Sunshine Special.
This one?
This one coming up.
That's just crazy.
Like 98. Bush.
Bush, no, Clinton.
Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton was there until.
Is he dead?
No.
He's still not dead. You talking about he's still not dead?
Clinton's not old. 7. Hillary Clinton's husband.
Okay.
Bill Clinton. Yeah.
So he was the president when he was born?
Yeah, he was president for 8 years. And then George Bush.
Who's that? Yeah, Obama, yeah, because we was little, like second grade. He was president.
That spare tire doing crazy.
Yeah.
Franklin Roosevelt and Hillary Clinton, President Clinton. Extra wide running boards, special platforms, special compartment behind the front seat, presumably for firearms. It's not presumably. The Secret Service people had sawed-off shotguns in the interior of the car.
Sawed-off shotguns.
Yeah.
That mean I blow a hole in y'all.
And you see it's got heavy-duty suspension, still on the plate and bullet resistant. But the real big thing was that it raised up the president so he could be seen. So, because he couldn't get up on his own, he was in a wheelchair.
So it was bullet resistant tires?
Yeah.
Crazy.
All of them got run flats now.
Run flats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how heavy it is?
150 horsepower. That's a V12. It's gonna catch that scat. Yeah, it's gonna catch that
This
scat.
boy is big, like a truck.
It's heavy, man. It's heavy.
He said 150 horses.
We need that to carry this boy.
Now, this is the first presidential one.
What? What is them wheels?
That was pulled by horses.
Oh, okay. Cool about horses. First president. It was cool about a horse.
That was the president.
1902 Brougham.
1902.
Teddy Roosevelt carriage. All trained.
Hey. First car pulled by horses.
They got a story. They'll tell you how they did it. There's tracks in the floor.
Just to get the train in, they have to do that.
There's train tracks out behind here. We come off the real railroad. And they brought it in and they put tracks right the way they wanted it because it's too heavy.
Then they built the thing over it. Okay. That's smart.
They used to take coal over the Allegheny Mountains in Pennsylvania.
Coals.
Yeah. That's the only way people could get heat. You know, back then they used this coal.
This train is huge.
One of the biggest in the world.
Oh, the biggest?
One of them.
600 tons.
603.5 tons.
Look how you compare to this train. Look at the wheel, dude.
What if they just carry coal and stuff? Like what? Oh, okay.
Come on, do not climb.
Yes, sir.
Go uphill. Wow.
This look dangerous.
This is what?
This look dangerous. I wouldn't be up here. Look. Oh yeah. They had this on what's that movie called? You seen Non-Stop? With Denzel?
Oh, yeah.
The little
that
train.
that wouldn't stop.
Yeah. He had to pull his little lever. And this is the what?
Yeah, Fred, the conductor. The engineer.
What?
Is this train kind of big?
Yeah.
Guess what? Look over the edge and you will see how high up the steps are.
Oh my God.
You would need a ladder to get down if you, or just like out of here.
Yeah, how did they get over this?
It's comfortable.
I can sit right here for 10 years.
Talk about for 10 years.
Yeah, except it was 120 degrees in here.
Oh,
That's
the
the 20?
That's where they put the coal.
Oh.
Shovel the coal in the coal oven.
Wow.
Heats up the steam, creates the steam.
They train rides was real suffering.
Okay.
They were suffering on the train ride.
Why do they still turn?
I don't know, but don't turn it on.
Don't worry. You need 100 ton. You need 100 tons of coal in there. About 100 pounds of coal in there to heat up.
Good Lord.
There is certain steam locomotives that burn oil.
What is that?
To heat up the
That's where they
water.
put the coal.
Oh yeah, they use a lot of coal.
Lord have mercy. Thank God all we need is gas.
Some trains don't even have this. It's because some trains.
I mean, he just come with the facts.
Use
Yes, sir.
oil. That's what this is for. It doesn't.
They put the coal in.
It's tightened, but this very.
How do you know? They don't win.
Yeah, the wood. You see the old Western movies, this is what you would see pulling into the Western towns. This is what they use. Nothing compared to the size of that thing. But this is what pulled the people from place to place. This was the equivalent of Delta Airlines. Here you're going to see some of the most expensive cars in the world.
This is they kept all their coal stuff at, like.
What is that? I'll be seeing that a lot.
Cleared the snow off of the train tracks.
Oh, that's what that's for.
There's one of the fastest cars ever in the world.
What? That's a car?
I didn't realize
Only skinny people.
I wouldn't want to get in that car. I just got nervous thinking about it. That's crazy.
Lucifer.
You said 1931?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the day my grandpa was born.
Cruella DeVille.
The world's finest motor vehicle.
Remember Cruella?
It's the world's finest motor vehicle.
Remember Cruella on Disney?
Oh, yeah.
This is a Bugatti?
Yeah.
Oh, my
It's a 31.
Damn it,
1931 Bugatti.
Yeah.
That's
You know what it is?
I'm trying to keep up with my footage.
What's the gift?
12 million?
Nah.
you had like 2 different videos.
More?
50?
My story's not that stupid.
50 million? We got it worth 50 million, man. Whoever trying to buy it, don't hit me up.
You got it. You ever rode on a super bus? Bluebird buses?
Yeah.
That's the name of them. It's got the little bird on the top of the bus, you know, with the black stripe on it. The first Bluebird school bus is like that. It's the first one.
Wow.
What?
Bluebird, yeah. I want you to have to think like, what?
Yeah, see, back in the day, this right here was
That's
my
for
first
horses?
car.
Yeah.
I actually bought the turtle. I had 3 jobs. Where you worked at? I used to make shoes and clean them.
Talk about make shoes
And my other
and clean
job,
them.
I used to work for the president. But see, nobody knew I worked for the president because I was just his little runaround, you know. I was his send out. Come on, man. Come on, man. What was you at back in 1931?
You said what?
Bluebird, that's the first school bus. Bluebird number
School
one.
bus?
The first one. Yeah.
Oh, so this to carry this. Yeah. The Bluebird. First school bus.
This is crazy.
This is the first school bus.
What? Where my phone at? Hey, this is the first school bus. Hey, schools came a long way, yo.
School came a long way.
How did they? How did they get in there?
Oh, the back?
Oh, the back.
Where's the driver's seat? Right here. And the driver's seat.
They ain't got no seats. Short people problems.
He always got the shoes on, that's what it is.
Everybody was late to school. Nobody was coming.
So back in the day, they used to have this television show called On the Road with Charles Perrault. And he would get in this motorhome and just show up and do things like this, go places and talk to different people and interview them. It turned out to be one of the #1 shows in network television. And so now they have this motorhome here.
Are you serious?
This was the motorhome that he drove in all over the country.
That's honoring, man. That's huge.
Yep. And he talked like this all the time. You'll hear him say, you know, I'm pulling into a little town now just south of Indiana called Emmetsville.
Yeah.
You know, he would talk about the people in the town, you know. Little mom and pop restaurant here with a sleepy little lady named Gladys working the counter. And he'd go in and talk to Gladys and it was like a big deal. So this is the actual one.
This is one of the
It was the first reality show, the realistic
First reality show.
Yeah.
First reality show.
There you go, Tato, Illinois.
Charles Perrault, right there. They didn't have navigation, so they used real maps. So it'd be folded, and they would show that on TV. He's trying to find, like, with the map, like where they were going.
I did with maps.
27 years it lasted.
27.
That's a TV show.
Nah, never go on a trip. I don't want to figure it out. We not. We staying home. Yeah. That ain't bad. That still look good though. It's a lot of ovals that look like that. We just seen one driving here. It look like didn't tell. What? RV look like that. It was old.
Oh, wow. Dang, boy, you can't touch that thing. 1974, that ain't that far.
What is this?
It's not
About 20 years before we were born or something.
No, it's my mom. 1976.
So, a cycle car?
That's the car I would have had.
So your mom was a teacher.
It would have been that.
Oh, that's a Honda, boy.
I like this car right here.
That's that.
1983
That
Honda.
joint clean, bro.
I like this.
1983? Yeah.
Yeah.
Real limousine where everybody was divided.
Wow.
Stevens limousine. I think that's an 08 or 09.
Sounds.
The headlights were gas.
You said it was gas?
Gas.
Oh, that's it. You might have pulled up the gas in there.
Oh, yeah. You sitting right next to somebody's face like this.
Yeah, this don't look better than inside. It look nice, doesn't it?
What's that Christmas movie? With that girl.
Christmas Carol? Nah.
Polar Express.
Polar
Yeah,
Express.
Polar
Yup, yup.
Express, yeah.
Polar Express. That's what it is. That's what that is.
Yeah, it look nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was
Damn. Oh yeah, and the people that drive is up there.
Yeah.
You're done, man. I just want to go fast. All I'm trying to do is just go fast. World fastest car right here.
That mean you were way back there, but good lord.
Man, we all the way back there. It just got to go straight. I know it can't turn.
The salt flats in Utah. Salt flats are like a desert. They're going on salt. In Utah, some in Nevada, but most in Utah.
So you can't drive down
That's
the
where they
street.
test all the airplanes and rocket ships and those jet motors. But they wanted to create the world's fastest land car. And so this had a jet engine in it. And so
You say this got a jet engine in it?
what
You can't.
this is Tim's
all the way
car.
back there.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't. This jetpack could be good. No, sir.
Hey, that's guy with a tool, baby.
Thunderbird. That's one of the first ones. Remember what I told you about the Fords, the Model Ts we were just looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, suspension. That look like a DCR.
1950 Ford Thunderbird.
Yeah, they still make these, don't they? Thunderbirds.
Yeah. Well, no, not anymore.
Oh, they don't make them no more? Okay. Oh, with the blue interior?
You know, we see that Bugatti, that's how it looks inside.
Yeah.
That teal color, that's cold.
That boy, man.
They had a lot of, in the 50s, they had a lot of pastel colors. Like, you know, we always say pastels like Easter colors, like, you know, the pinks, the blues. If you look up there, the gray and the pink car.
Thanks.
I'm more like a bit.
Look at that.
Importance of it. Tahoe, Malibu. Okay.
We got some of these.
Yeah, I don't sell Mercedes on no. Facts. Where is it? That's all I can see. What's that?
Uh-oh, Mercedes. Mazda. Toyota. What's this? That's Lincoln.
Yeah, that's Lincoln.
It's a box, so it's something in there.
Like what is going? The sound going through your elbows to your hand.
Look, you can race.
Boulevard motorcycle.
You think you know how to drive? Come on, let's get it.
I know I'm driving.
Let's get it. Think you know how to drive? Huh?
I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm saying we finna go race. See what side of the road he end up on. The left or the right. This all Camaros.
Yep. ZL1. Them straight track cars. What is this? What is this? Oh. Let me see what this is like. Woo! You ain't moving nowhere.
I swear I didn't know the car seats.
You ain't moving nothing in there, boy.
Hey, imagine getting to see your scat.
They got it? Yeah, don't they got it for the scan?
They got some
It's coming on 1LE. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be cool. You
It
gonna
is that this part ain't that big.
Yeah, this ain't that big. The Beam's got this a little bit.
It's a GT4, ain't it? Oh, okay.
That's the play model. That's the
It's real. Oh my God! What happened to that GT? What's it called? Oh, Rick Ross got this car. He got it. I don't know why he got it. He had that car show. He had that boy front and center. What? This? Yeah. GT4.
Let's say what brand is it?
Ford.
It's a Ford GT.
Yep. You have seen it. You just forgot. It's on Horizon.
It looked like Ferrari. I thought it was a Ferrari.
Nah, no. This like the best Ford car ever made. Like to be like sporty like this. You know, Ford.
Yeah,
trash.
Ford is trash.
Yeah.
This is crazy. What is this?
Holiday Inn Hotel Room, 1950.
Holiday Inn.
Oh, it's a Holiday Inn.
Look at the Garfield.
It don't look bad.
It really do.
Look like somebody
In the 1950s, man, look at that. This the one hotel we got went to on left out.
we told that nigga, our job said this the wrong one.
We ain't got a job. Me and Ted had to get a motel somewhere. It was like 1 at night. It looked like that when we left out that thing so quick. Man.
Oh, that's crazy. You don't look at me. You don't know. Oh, look at the back of your head? Okay.
Oh, that's the Corvette.
Yeah.
Come on, that's me with so much time.
My turn.
I'm about to fall out. Big ass is sweating. Boy, you look so serious all of a sudden. You at the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn.
Yeah. Probably get the Corvette in that with me.
Corvette is nice. civil rights party. You know who the first president was, right?
Yeah. George Washington.
That's his bed and stuff when he was a general.
Who?
That's his.
Who bid?
George Washington,
George Washington?
first president.
When he was a general?
The hero of war before he was the president.
He's talking on a piece of bread.
That is crazy.
What? That's the actual bed. He was short.
George Washington, huh? That's crazy.
This right before we started that war. We did like that.
You don't know what you're talking about.
And they had that through the season of the Trend of Trump. That thing get him out the way.
He said that's scary to think. Hey, this is your teeth projector. Hold on. I'm not saying, it's not Santa Claus. Hey, right here, boy.
Let me see.
Yeah, boo.
No, Yeezy Crocs you got on? Let me see. Yeezy Crocs. Come on. That don't match, man. Plantation field shoes.
Just talking
1860. That's crazy. Like, just imagine working in those shoes. That's crazy. Yeah.
This the whips.
And then the shackles? What?
That's they hit Toby with.
That's the whip. Bro, them whips is... Oh, nah. They is bogus for that. The shackles? Show you how they what?
Did it. Look, the neck shackle.
What? That is... They was doing people like that?
Yeah.
That's like animals. That's crazy. You use that on animals.
But you can't go out again. Once here,
That's crazy. We came a long way. Slaves known for running away.
friends will come promptly and see what's the matter.
That's crazy, man. We came a long way.
What do you mean blow the horn?
Really disappointed. I think so. That's what my people thought was okay.
I didn't know runaway slaves had shackles on their necks. That's
Well, they weren't the runaway ones. That's why they didn't run away. They kept them.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So, you know, back in the old days, all the way back from Egypt and Babylon and all those, they made face plasters. And that's really the plaster from President Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. That's really his. That's his hand.
That's a big hand. He was tall.
6
He was
foot
tall.
five.
He had to have a big hand. Look at that hand. Jeez. Also, he
Why
did
all
look
of us
like
think
that.
that was really on his face.
Oh, that's his hand?
Yeah, his face.
His hand is big. Look, Chicago, Illinois.
This is the Lincoln chair he was in when he got murdered.
What?
It was a fancy theater. Yeah, rocking chair.
That's the blood on it?
Yeah, if you go on the other side, you can really see it. But there's the.
That's the blood.
Take that.
Lord,
It is altogether fitting and proper.
Oh my goodness. What's the stains? The blood stains? Segregated. Oh my goodness, the KKK. For color? What? You for real? Look at that.
I look at movie you all just really coming into my life. Devastating if somebody did something. Yeah. Much less something because of who you are or what color you are. Like, that would never even compute in my mind like that's a reason to hurt somebody or hate somebody. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't choose the color we got.
Exactly. And so the fact that, you know, I mean, obviously you're here with me, so clearly, you know what I'm saying? That ain't your issue either. You know what I mean? We're who we are, but it's really emotional to think that, you know, people who are my descendants, you know, with your, it's nothing. Huh?
What is she got OT at Rosa Parks?
She died here. She lived in Detroit. But she
I'm
was
saying what year?
Oh, 06, 05.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it was recent. Yeah.
She used to come help me sing all that.
Wow. That's crazy.
She lived in an apartment building where there was a restaurant that I sang in. She used to come in her wheelchair and listen to me sing.
Wow.
She worked for Congressman John Conyers here in Detroit in his office. And I sang at his funeral when he died, so I mean, I knew all of them very well.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
I'm just blessed to have had the opportunity. I mean, you know, 50 years from now, people are going to be talking about you all in that same way. I'm telling you, you have no realization yet of what you're going to be.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind that you are like so nonchalant about it. You have no idea.
Yeah.
So
she and her husband moved to Detroit, and Rosa Parks lived another 50 years. She's 92 years. She saw this bus, it's the same bus. She saw it unrestored, out in the plaza. But she knew it would be restored. We would let people in and we would honor her. And bring these kitty girls specifically. It's just for other cases. And they were returning. I don't know how long, but she worked for Congressman John Conyers and whatever else she did. This is what the bus looked like before it was fixed up. So the majority of the seats were removed, and then 30 years later it looked like this. So it had to, you know, it needed quite a bit of restoration. Yeah. But the Henry Ford outbid the Smithsonian. That's fun to say.
Okay.
It's fun to say. I had nothing to do with it. But yeah, this is so this is the front of Henry Ford Museum, right here. That's a replica of what building in this country? Do you know? Do you know what that is? Well, it's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's Independence Hall. Independence Hall. Yeah. So where are you visiting from, everybody?
From Indiana.
Where?
I'm from Indiana.
Are you? Really? Is that right? Very good. Very good. All right. We have visitors from all over the place. Did you see these pictures?
I'm on the bus right there.
That's the bus before restoration. Out in the field
She was sitting right there.
Huh?
That lady you're not from, she was sitting right there.
Excuse me. You guys want to go out that way or do you?
Oh, that way or this way?
Well, if there's people coming on this way, so we have to go that way.
And Rosa Parks at here. This is where Rosa Parks is.
Wow.
What?
Feel weird.
She was like, which one of these? This one? Now, how does that, doesn't that feel amazing?
That's crazy, yeah.
Isn't it? It's really amazing. Jim, go ahead.
It's crazy. She's saying,
Where are you guys from?
Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, you're from Indiana. Gary, Indiana. There's a play about Gary, Indiana. They sing about, there is. I forget the, what is it? Oh my gosh.
Where y'all from? What city y'all from?
Gary, it's a song. I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan. He's from Connecticut. This is my cousin from Bridgeport. So, not Bridgeport. You're from
New Haven area.
New Haven area. Yes. Yep. I know what it's called. The Music Man.
The Music Man?
Yeah, there's a Broadway show called The Music Man, and they sing about Gary, Indiana.
Wow.
You gotta look
Like
it up.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I know
about?
that.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
I left work on my way home December 1st, 1955, about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I boarded the bus
She said right here.
downtown Montgomery on Coke Square. On the third stop, the white passengers had filled the front of the bus. The seat I occupied was the first of the seat where the Negro passengers take as they on this route. The driver noted that the front of the bus was filled with white passengers and there would be 2-3 men standing. He looked back and asked that the seat where I had taken, along with 3 other persons, one in the seat with me and 2 across the aisle seated. He demanded the seat that we were occupying. The other passengers very reluctantly gave up their seats, but I refused to do so. The driver said that if I refused to leave the seat, he would have to call the police, and I told him probably if he did, and they came,
Oh yeah, I know, it's
placed me on
interesting.
the list.
I know.
The time had just come when I had been pushed as far as I could stand to be pushed. So I had decided that I would have to know once and for all what rights I had as a human being and a citizen here in Montgomery, Alabama.
She's from Alabama, right?
Yeah, Montgomery.
Bye guys, enjoy.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Uncle Billy.
She was sitting right here. She was sitting right here at Rosa Parks.
Seats were designated white only.
Oh.
And even if seats were open, they couldn't sit here.
See, y'all got
Whites in front.
The thing
That was
about
a
people
law.
who take good pictures.
And you could not have black people and
Nobody
white people
take good
across the aisle either.
Also, like a black person can't be there than
And a white person there, no. So, and unlike, I'll tell you though, what I learned is Atlanta, Georgia, same time frame, it was more fair because in Atlanta, the black people could fill up to the front if there were no black people.
Oh, okay.
But in Montgomery, it was this whole section, you know, and the difference on the fare, well, was 10 cents for everybody. White people paid could sit. Black people came in, they paid their dime, but they were not allowed to walk to their seat. They had to get off and re-enter in the back.
What is so?
I know, but it gets worse because at the time, there were no friendly, sympathetic black drivers. That's one thing they were trying for. So these guys were really cruel. Sometimes take the money from the black people. They're trying to get back in. He would just drive away without them. Yes, he did that. Yeah, and the driver was armed. He had a gun. He was armed. So for the black people, largely, you know, poor families without cars, so they relied on the city bus to go everywhere. And so, listen, I recommend a book that it's an autobiography Rosa Parks wrote. It's called Rosa Parks, My Story. And you learn quite a bit about her childhood and even the fact that for a time when she was a little girl, she lived with grandparents who lived through slavery. There was, you know, at least one was a slave. She heard stories. Yeah, her childhood, her education. Oh boy, a selfie. You want me to take a picture?
Sure.
Okay. But anyway, she was prepared when this moment came. And she was very brave. Let me see if I refused to get out of their seat. She wasn't the first. In fact, the United States Supreme Court, it was in December of 1956. They were looking at 4 other cases just like Rosa Parks' case.
Okay.
Hers was separate. And also to the highest court in the United States, they were confirming a lower court decision in Alabama. Federal district court, 2 out of 3 judges ruled it's unconstitutional to segregate people in buses. So at the high level, that decision was made, and you know that was December of 1956. I'm older than you. I'll give away my age. I was 3 months old. I was a baby when the Supreme Court judges gave their decision. But that was such a big news item, a huge, you know, nationwide. In fact, the picture of Rosa Parks out the side, that is after the court ruling. And Rosa Parks is seated here, what used to be the white section. Now it is a desegregated bus. And the white guy behind her is a journalist. I think he was a photographer. So so some people say, oh, I say, well, she sat here when arrested. Well, I thought she was here. No, this is after the court ruling.
After court. Okay.
And it's a different bus, and it's a huge news item. So
Also, this picture's right here.
Yeah, it's enlarged from the sign. They enlarged it, right? And then the picture of Rosa Parks being fingerprinted, that happened later. In that was February of 56, I think. So the bus boycott was going on. Something else had happened, and I know the whole thing is unbelievable.
Isn't it just crazy?
It is. It is. But brave people, you know, stick together, or you know, maybe see any of us could see an injustice and try to.
What's really crazy is
like
you look at it now.
Hi there.
How it is now, and like so many people just stood by and let it happen. If somebody tried to do something new, they'd kill them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, can you imagine getting into an argument with a driver who's armed?
Yeah.
It would be. You know, I heard one terrible story from a coworker. You'd want to say something, but you don't know what's going to happen. Get shot now or later, or maybe your house is destroyed, or you might end up in jail like Rosa Parks, or I mean, it's just horrible. But things have changed, you know, because of people like Rosa Parks. And do you know Martin Luther King Jr. had just moved to Montgomery at the time? He was young. He was 26 years old. Nobody knew him yet.
For real?
Yeah. Yep. His first leadership role was a bus boycott in Montgomery. Yeah, which lasted over a year. It was 380.
Dang, a year?
Over a year. Walking. And Rosa Parks helped get carpools together.
Yep.
But the carpools were threatened.
Yeah.
People were threatened day and night,
People were
day and
killed.
night. Yeah, yeah. But the black people persevered until the goal was achieved, which was the United States Supreme Court with their official ruling. If you want to look it up, it's Gale versus Browder, Gayle versus Browder is the court decision. And here's the same bus where it happened. Can you imagine? 75% original, same bus.
75%.
buses up.
So Rosa Parks sat, so it's the second one facing the front, right here. She was on the aisle at first. That's as far as the black people could sit in Montgomery. And she started on the aisle. It was in the evening, so the bus was crowded, coming home from work. And then the first 10 seats ahead of her, that was designated white. And because whites had to be in front and no black people.
Button bullet.
You got one?
Reporting live.